Hey everybody, it's Colleen from Zigo, and today I'm going to share with you my recipe for pecan cranberry protein muffins made out of our Zigo oatmeal. So the first thing you're going to do is take your oatmeal and grind it into flour, and you're going to combine your oat flour, with some sweet rice flour. Now, the sweet rice flour is going to help to hold it together without other binders. If you don't have it, that's okay, just use all oat flour. And then we're going to add in the rest of our dry ingredients. So I've got these beautiful spices here, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt, and then our baking spices, or baking agents, baking powder and things like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that a nice stir, combine it. It already smells like cinnamon, which is what I love about baking. Oh great, that is combined. Now I'm gonna put in some pumpkin seeds, and the reason I'm using pumpkin seeds is that they're very high in lysine, and oats are low in lysine. And so we want to complement the two so that we have complete protein, so we can really benefit from all the protein in our food. So I'm going to put these pumpkin seeds in. Plus they taste awesome. They're kind of fun to have the crunch. Stir that up a little bit. Put in I used pecans, but of course if you're allergic to pecans, don't use those. Use whatever safe nut or seed you can. And then mix those in. There's something about pecans with cranberries that I just love. Okay, so now we've got all of our dry ingredients. We're going to take our coconut sugar and ghee is what I use. You can use a soy-based butter substitute if that works better for you. Or a palm, like rainforest-friendly palm shortening some people will use. There's an organic one that we like. And I'm putting in some pumpkin puree, and these won't taste pumpkin-y. So if you're feeling a little tired of pumpkin, depending on what season it is, you can omit that. A couple of beaten eggs, and again, you can use a substitute if you're allergic to eggs. Flaxseed egg is very popular. I like to put in some orange zest. So if you like orange zest, definitely put that in with cranberries. I just feel like it gives it that extra brightness, and it also brightens up the oats. So this is going to be a beautiful combination because not only is it going to taste great, but we're really going to amp up the protein by making sure that we're balancing out the amino acids, which you need to do so that you can benefit from the full plant protein. So now we're just going to take a spoon, stir all those wet ingredients together, and we can't forget a third of a cup of water. You may know oats are very thirsty, and so they like to have a little extra water. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and use a whisk on that to make sure that it's really nicely combined. And then we're gonna take our dry ingredients and combine them in with actually maybe the opposite. Let's take our wet ingredients and combine them with our dry. Look how yummy that already looks yummy because of the nice dark rich color. Oh, I forgot my vanilla. Good thing it's not too late. Isn't vanilla and cinnamon like the key to life? I don't know what I would do without vanilla and cinnamon. So we put in a whole tablespoon with this recipe because we're such big fans of vanilla. And then give it a nice stir. And once you get this stirred up, you're going to want to add in your cranberries, but don't add them in too soon because you really want these wet and dry ingredients to mix really nicely. There we go. So you can see what it looks like now. I'm going to put in a whole cup and a half of cranberries because I love cranberries. They're also extremely nutritious, and beautiful. Okay, so I'm giving that a good stir. And then I'm gonna actually you're gonna feel like that's a lot of cranberries, but trust me, once you bake them up, you're gonna be glad you put in so many. And then I'm gonna actually decorate the top of the muffins with extra cranberries and pecans just to make it look beautiful. Okay, now we've got that going. It would make a pan 12 of regular size muffins. I'm gonna split mine this time, and I'm gonna make a couple of monster muffins because the monster muffins are a great way to get in a quick breakfast that you know is balanced in nutrition, has a lot of protein, has a lot of fiber. As of course, the cranberries have a ton of fiber in them, and they've got antioxidants and all kinds of other goodness. Polyphenols, that was the name I was not thinking of. Okay, so here's my 2 monster muffins that I'm gonna cook. And those are gonna have probably 12 grams of protein in them, which is great. And because we added in those pumpkin seeds, it's gonna be complete protein. For those of you who are protein nerds like I am. Plant proteins, you may or may not know, are always lacking in one amino acid or another. Unlike animal protein, which is a complete protein, so your body benefits from 100% of the protein that's in there. So it's always best to combine your plant protein with something like pumpkin seeds or even nutritional yeast actually has a lot of lysine and it can balance out oats. So if you ever think of doing some savory oats, you can put a couple of tablespoons of yogurt. If you can do dairy, yogurt or milk will help to complement those amino acids. And the other great thing about our oats, first of all, they're raw, so it's gonna be easier for you to digest because they hold on to their enzymes are intact until you cook them, which means that there's no overgrowth of anti-nutrients, which can make oats very hard to digest. They also are tested for over 400 different pesticides, herbicides, and heavy metals. And we test for aflatoxin as well. So aflatoxin is a fungus that is common in grains and legumes like peanuts, and that can also make them very hard to digest. So that's why people have such an easy time digesting our oats. All right, and another great thing about oats, using oat flour as opposed to like an almond flour, is that oats require much less water to grow than almond flour does. So use your oats, your Zigo oats to make oat milk, which is always awesome. Hold on a second. Oh, I've got dogs eating the stuff I just put before, so I'm not gonna do that. So here we go. We have our little muffins, and then we have our big muffins. So I'm gonna take some of the extra pecans from the top, to put across the top, make it look nice and pretty. I'm gonna put some extra cranberries. It looks like some of these don't need extra cranberries. They look pretty chock full of cranberries, but it's awfully pretty when you do. And then I'm gonna bake them and we'll be ready to go. So I hope you enjoy your muffins. Have fun with this. You can make some variations, obviously. Email us at info@zigofoods.com if you have any questions about substitutes. Be safe, of course, only use the foods that are right for you and your family. And over the holidays, how great is it to have something like these wonderful muffins when you have people staying at your house, or if you're going to someone else's house and you need a quick breakfast or you want a hostess gift. These are perfect. So enjoy and have a wonderful holiday.